Well, generally, people say congratulations when the author is published. So congratulations. However, I'd like to say a bigger thank you to you for writing this book. I went through this and I realized that this book is for just about anyone and anyone. And given that my Twitter feed, it is absolutely a buzz with a lot of people talking about getting to learn about AI backwards by mastering the art of prompt engineering. So I'm sure that this book will definitely act as a guide for a lot of people. That is what I'd like to believe. However, when I read this book, I was clear about one thing, that it definitely teaches you a lot. And retrospectively thinking, it also scares you a lot. Yeah. So this is something that I would like to share with everyone. So is it okay if I actually go ahead and begin by playing devil's advocate for me?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to give a brief introduction? What prompted you to write this book first, and maybe then we go.
So yeah, this is I became an accidental author. So as you heard, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, do my business, totally busy. So one RJ approached me last year to do a podcast with me, and he wanted to start his podcast business. So he requested me to become my first customer, so that I can show the podcast and do more podcasts and sell. And we end up doing a podcast. In that podcast, I spoke something barely 30 seconds out of 1 hour podcast about prompt engineering. And he liked that communication, and he collaborated with me on Instagram reel. And that reel became viral. So currently, as of today, it has 6.5 million views on that. And lakhs of people messaged me about understanding about prompt engineering. And to my surprise, there is no course still today which I can recommend somebody that you should do this course and understand prompt engineering. Almost all the courses which sell like prompt engineering also teaches you programming. Obviously, nobody is sitting here who like to learn programming. Programming is a more engineering subject. Prompt engineering is about writing English or Hindi or your preferred language in a right way. That is what it means. So I ended up writing this book, and then hard time started that I have never written a book, though I never knew that I am supposed to write 200 pages, and I never knew you are supposed to publish it, you are supposed to get it edited, and ISBN number, and lot of story. So ultimately, this is accidental completely. From podcast to reel to people asking, then I tried to help, I could not, and then writing the book.
Fantastic. So internet pushed you to write the book.
Yes, of course.
Yes, all that response for you. Well, I understand that AI is the thing. Yes. However, the search engines have been there for ages. Whenever you write something for a question, a query, or you're seeking some information, you put that content on the search bar, and let's say a Google probably throws a lot of answers at you. You read all of that, then you arrive at an answer. And the good thing about this is that you get multiple perspectives, yeah, and then you also get to do a lot of research. Hence deeper knowledge on the subject. And the third thing is that you get to arrive at your own conclusion. Yes. So these are the 3 good things that probably a search engine does. Now, cut short to ChatGPT or any other bot for that matter. When you write, ask a query, it gives you a very definitive answer, and then I guess it will only answer what exactly you asked for.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think generally everybody would be very content with that one particular answer. So these are like the 3 comparisons that I've drawn. So what Google really does is it gives you multiple doors, yes, and what ChatGPT does is it holds open one door for you. Yeah. So basis this, I have two questions for you. Yeah. The first question is like, is AI already fueling our obsession with the end result? I mean, a lot of us, we just focus on the end result. So is AI actually going ahead and fueling that? And in the same vein, I'd like to ask the second question that, is AI killing search engines?
So, two ways. One, AI is not at all killing search engines. In fact, it leverages search engines in the back end to draw the conclusion. Now to us. So if you do the Google, for example, we will not get the answer. We will get the links to many websites. So there is no answer per se. If you will say that you need to travel Italy for 4 days, there is no answer. It will give you travel portals which will probably give you the plan and maybe a flight ticket, maybe a hotel website, maybe a blog. All those things will come. And you have to make an effort to go each site and make your itinerary for Italy, for example. If you go to ChatGPT or any AI tool for that matter, and if you plan the itinerary for Italy, you need not to go to many websites. It will give you a planned itinerary of Italy with flight details, with budget you have mentioned in your prompt. So what you have mentioned in the prompt is what it matters when you are getting the result. I think the ultimate aim is what you search and what you ask. Even at home, in our daily life, you do not want your toothbrush to be available anywhere in the home and you keep searching. You want it at a particular place. This is how we are designed. You want your clothes to be a certain place, your shoes a certain place, your car a certain place. If we imagine that you have to search everything and then apply your mind where it could be, rather than getting the answer, right? So AI is a very intelligent assistant to you, and we have to apply our mind to ask the right question. So if you ask the right question, you will get the right answer, most probably, and you will get more refined way to understand the things. So AI is not at all basically killing the search engines for that matter. Search engines will be used by AI engines and curate the data for the live searches, for live results. So if you want to, let us say, talk about what our Prime Minister said 15 minutes before, it has to search in the back end and give you the result. And if you talk about this event, if somebody has posted online, the AI engine will be able to tell you that this event is happening if somebody has posted that. It can be because of the search engine in the back end. So human searches queries will reduce for sure in the future, and AI questions will increase. That is the trend which we are seeing.
Alright. So what you are suggesting is that most likely even the search engines will start integrating the AI.
Yes, so to me, search engines alone will not survive. So what Google we have seen in last 15 years will not survive. Google has to change its delivery mechanism rather than making people click multiple sites and find the answer. Search engines have to start giving the answer. And if you notice Google right now, those who use Google, they have now small, very silently integrated AI mode. They have already enabled that. Yes. So if you enable the AI mode, now it is no more a search. It is directly the question and answer, and on the right side you will still get the search results. So Google is giving you both on the one screen, and that's the future. We have to go there. We all want to save time. We don't want to apply too much of mind in searching, rather than get the result and then apply mind whether what to do next.
Right, okay. that is an interesting insight. And a lot many times I've thought that AI is not just an answer provider. It is doing so much more. So, for instance, inspired after reading this particular book, I thought maybe let me try asking a few questions to AI. Well, to everyone else, my side hustle is art. So, I thought I'll ask something to Google related to art. And I would like to read this out to you exactly how it panned out. So, the prompt that I gave was, I'm an average lazy artist. What should I do to pursue art regularly? So this was my prompt. And here is what GPT responded. Very interesting reply. So it goes ahead to say that that's a refreshingly honest starting point. Now, this absolutely made me smile. Yes? Then it goes on to say that being average and lazy doesn't disqualify you from being an artist. That's almost like my therapist talking to me. Yeah? And then, it goes on to give me some more pep talk. And it goes on to say that how many of great artists, they started like this. And then it gives me a practical flow, like a solution. Like, keep your art supplies somewhere where you can see and, maybe start by practicing for 5 minutes, stuff like that. So now, this bot, what it did to me was, A, it made me smile, B, it worked like my therapist, and C, it worked as my solution provider. Why do I need people? Yeah, I mean, all of us were...
and Google would not have done that.
Yeah, it wouldn't. But, this is an introversion's delight. I mean, personally, I'm very happy that a person like me, gets everything from here. But is it making us individual islands all by ourselves? I mean, it amazes me what AI can do. But in the same breath, it scares me what AI can do. So, what's your take here?
No, I think there is very little to scare. Like AI, even without you asking to become a therapist and without intending that somebody as a machine will make you smile, it is doing that work like a person. So imagine that what AI is doing. So those people who have never exposed to any AI tool, AI is basically a power to think in a machine. And this is very powerful thing to have, which we never had before in the past. The power to think. Now imagine that you have a very, very good assistant. We all have the mobile phones in our hand or a computer, and this is a great assistant to you. Now this assistant will perform duties based on your directions. And these are the prompts. These are your questions. You could have done much bigger prompt and more precise prompt to have more detailed answer. So you could have probably told your age, your old experience, the art form you are looking for, or the examples which you are interested in, and you could have given a very amazing answer. And if you will refine those prompts, that assistant will work very differently. Let us not forget that this assistant is trained with the entire world knowledge. So it has the therapist knowledge also, and it has the assistant knowledge also, and it has all the art forms knowledge also. So when we give a question to AI, it is up to us to be very curious and very intelligent and reiterate our question so well that what we want, we get that. Nothing more, nothing less. And that is how we want our assistants to work. So let us not worry about that AI is going to make us in silos and will make us not think. Rather, AI will make us think more about the questions and be more curious and dig the answer in a right way. And hence, this prompt engineering is the new language to talk to AI. And that is what the prompt engineering is. How do you talk to the AI? And if we learn that technology, we have very good assistant talk to us to do our tasks and help us achieve our goals.
So this takes me to the next question, which is in continuation to what you're saying. You said like prompts is all about asking questions.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know that way back, maybe in 2011-12, Harvard Business Review had published that asking questions will become the most sought after skills for people at work. Yeah. And I'm sure all the teachers and mentors have probably pushed the same thing forward, that ask the right question. So prompt engineering is all about asking the right questions. How do you look at the prompts? Like, is it art? Is it science? Is it plain communication? How do you see it?
Yeah. So I would say it's a combination of art and science, and it is it's very simply, if I can say, now AI can be communicated in your own language. How do you construct that language is the prompt. So you can talk in English, you can talk in Hindi, you can talk in Tamil, Telugu. So language is not the barrier. Barrier is how do you construct that language. So let us say, for example, let us take an example. I saw a man with a telescope. What do you understand? I saw a man with a telescope.
Okay, so probably you use the telescope to spot someone, or you could say that a man was there with a telescope.
So it's a very simple, ambiguous English, right? And this is not a right. If you are giving an example to AI will get confused. That is where we need to be more precise and clear. Right, that how we are communicating and constructing. Don't worry about the language. Let us put the language aside. Let us see how do we construct it. So are we defining the role? So let us say when you ask the art question, you could define the role of an AI agent that assume a role of a artist or an expert art consultant. So now suddenly you have told AI, do not, art consultant is not supposed to be a therapist, for example, or a psychologist. He will deal with you as an art consultant, and then you can talk to him more properly about it. So you can give him a role, you can define the objective, you can define the context, you can give the example what you are looking for. So it is a very interesting thing to how you design your question. The more clearer, again and again we will say that, the more clearer we construct the language, that becomes the prompt. And that is how the AI will respond. All the AIs are like that. So let us say a few days before, if you all follow, anybody knows about Grok 4? Yeah. Grok 4 is a Elon Musk, only Jax know. Yeah. We have some people also know. Yes, AI of the X. So Grok 4 got launched. Grok 4 was launched, and the test results are that it has cleared the SAT and GRE with 100% marks in all the subjects. Now you have such an intelligent AI in your phone. It can solve almost every kind of problem which exists in this earth. Any mathematical problem, any physics problem, any science issue, discovery of a new drug, discovery of a new disease. Rather, now we are expecting AI to create a new physics next year. New ground rules around planet and the way humanization happens. We are expecting that to be done because these things used to take centuries and decades. Now with the sheer intelligence of the data and the computational power, this power has come in the machines, and with our request of prompting the right thing, we can achieve something magical and wonderful. That is where the entire world is moving towards.
You mentioned you asked AI to play a certain role.
Yeah.
Could you explain this with a little more examples? It plays an art consultant, for me. Let's say we have management role being played by somebody. What can they ask for? As in, what exactly is role playing for?
It's very sometimes, as you said, scary for many professionals. Many professionals could be very scary. Like you can act like a McKinsey consultant, and you can create your own entire business report of the world, which McKinsey consultant will charge 5 lakh rupees in 10 minutes. You can have the full report ready. You can become the best chef and discover new cuisines for you, new dishes for you. You can become a maths teacher and you can solve almost every problem. And the role is very important. Why? Because let us not forget, you are talking to a machine which has the whole world knowledge. And we do not want our assistant to get confused. What I am looking at. When I am solving a problem, I am solving a problem with a particular context and particular objective. So if I do not give that context, make a marketing report, for example, what AI, way agent will do, what assistant will do. If you just say that, make a marketing report. About what? Which region, which product, which service, what kind of marketing. In India, in language barriers, so you have to, if you tell the role, it will also ask the question. So you can make a AI agent ask you questions as a clarification questions in your prompt. So you can say, assume a role of a marketing expert who has done 50 years of marketing and branding experience. And if you are not clear about my questions, feel free to ask me a clarified question. It could be part of your prompt.
So then AI can get back to you and ask you more.
Ask you the questions. AI will ask you the questions, get back to you if it requires clarification. So it is a very interesting, fascinating assistant to you. And this is what you want, real assistant also. If he is confused, not clear, you want him to get clarification from you rather than doing the wrong thing. And that is what you practically also ask. So after this session, I think we all should have at least one thing in mind, that I have an assistant in my phone and I can give some task to him and get the work done of whatever kind I have, an intelligent assistant. Just be careful to ask the right questions and apply your mind on the answer rather than blindly following it.
Okay. So, when AI does all of this so beautifully, doesn't it per se becomes a competitor? Because in all honesty, I'm sure there are certain jobs which of course AI cannot do. Yes. But it is able to do a lot many jobs. Does that mean that those jobs will become redundant? And the point in case is you designed a logo in the book, yeah? And what I saw was that Ajay ji had mentioned hex codes in that prompt. Now, hex code is a color combination, if I'm not mistaken, yes?
Yeah.
So it gives the exact color also, which AI can pick for you. So in that case, would we ever need any logo artist? Would we need designers? If AI can take all of this role playing and if it gets carried too far, are we going to be just left with firefighters and gardeners and plumbers as work options?
See, it is like you do not want to have, you go back and switch on your gas all the time when you have microwaves. Will you? Gas का चूल्हा गैस पे कम करके चूल्हे पे नहीं जा सकते हैं, right? But because it has not made us lazy, it has just given us more time. And as a human, we have to evolve, right? If the machine can work for anything, if we do not let the machines work for human, then we are not utilizing our time. You do not want people to still again बैल चलाएं, घोड़ा चलाएं और से चक्कियां चलाएं. Or we will go to Delhi, not in a motorgadi. That is not the requirement, right? The requirement is that we have enough time. Then how do we utilize that time? So AI is giving back you more time. So it's a very profound technology. I always say that human have never seen more powerful technology than this in their lifetime. It is going to change everybody's life. And it will give us a lot of time. So if you are supposed to design logos, for example, so logo designer must know the right prompts. Like all of us here sitting here will not have a right knowledge about the color combination, the hex codes as you are referring, geometry of side of it, the design side of it, which a designer will know. So he will write a better prompt, right? So AI will not take your job if you know AI. AI will certainly take your job if you do not make AI your friend. And that is where the direction is. We must make professionals must adopt AI to do their task and do their task faster. So let me give you another example in my company. In my company, we make softwares, right? So software developers are there. Now you can actually create a software which, let me give a right example. Let us take 3 software developers. If writing a particular piece of software will take 3 months, so 9 man months are required to build an application. Now they can make in 5 man days. So imagine, rather than 9 man months, it can be done in 5 man days. It's an exponential difference. Now imagine that will the people lose job? Those software developers will lose job who do not use AI to build applications. Because I can't remain costly with the competition. Our company can't say, no, हम तो 3 महीने में बनाएंगे and हम तो 3 महीने का चार्ज करेंगे. जब कंपटीशन आपको 1 वीक में करके दे रहा है, 7 दिन में करके दे रहा है, तो you have to charge 7 days and make 20 applications rather than doing it in 3 months. Those developers will lose job, and that is happening already. Even Microsoft is removing people, even Google is removing people, even TCS is removing people. Those people are getting removed who have not changed and who are averse to change. Hence, it is very important to look at this as an opportunity. I see professionals will go double, triple. Anybody knows the news of Meta hiring OpenAI people? Anybody? No? Do you know how much money has been paid to AI super people, the super intelligent people? You will be shocked. $300 million to one person, not to the company, for a 5-year contract. 300 million, and I'm not talking about rupees, I'm talking about US dollars, to one person. Approximately 27,000 crore rupees to one individual. Like that, 8 individuals got paid. Post from Meta, from OpenAI and joined the Meta. This is the kind of requirements the world is creating in AI. We have never seen this before. That human will get so much amount. इतने में तो पूरा कंपनियां लग जाती हैं और पूरी जिंदगी में नहीं कमा पाती. एक साल में एक आदमी को मिल रहा है. So this is what is happening here. So it's an opportunity. I think we should show this as an opportunity to all our young people, all our children, all our professionals, and do something remarkable. Opportunity lies in front of us.
Fantastic. I guess that is why you've written this book. It is for day-to-day use, for everyone.
Yes.
And there is something in it for everyone. So one of the interesting things while I was going through this book is what Ajay has done is he's given examples of prompts, like what prompt a person from a particular field can go ahead and give, and what is the kind of result that you can expect out of this. So one of the things that I like, a few things in fact, not just one, which I found very interesting, I would want to share those with you. So he shared prompt for Internet of Things. Now, Internet of Things is basically connecting of the devices.
Yes.
Yes. So, like you have sensors and you have sound systems, at your home. Is use this also, and you can give some effective prompts to AI to figure a few things out for yourself. So one of the prompts which are found for smart homes, it says that design a daily schedule for my smart home that optimizes energy usage while maintaining comfort during summers in Jaipur. So imagine that is the kind of power that AI can give you, where you would absolutely go ahead and get to know how much you can get quantifiable results over there. Second thing that really impressed me was he's mentioned a prompt for a very seemingly simple job. Yeah. I don't know how you would rate that, but here is a prompt from a primary school teacher, who's managing classroom behavior. So the prompt that you use, this is really wonderful, really wonderful. So I'm teaching a primary school class in an Indian public school.
This is the role.
This is the role that you are asking to.
So, an example of a role giving.
Absolutely. So there it goes. The teacher has asked the AI to play the role of a primary school teacher, and then it goes ahead to ask that I need strategies to manage disruptive behavior effectively, and assume the class includes students from diverse backgrounds and learning needs. What strategies should I implement? How interesting is that? A seemingly very simple job of a primary teacher can also get help from AI. And then what I really loved, and again this made me smile, was a politician giving prompt to AI. So, my question is, how did you arrive at all these, professions and roles, and what kind of homework did you do to, get this put together?
So, it was not very difficult. The tough part was to spend time on testing those examples, because I was getting messages from all these people. So politicians sending me message, ये क्या भला होती है? Teacher is sending a message कि मैं कैसे यूज कर सकती हूँ? Beautician is sending, lawyer is sending. So जो मेरे social media पे connected हैं, they are all sending messages, and they are all global people, viral reel है, तो उसमें कोई भी आ रहा है. So I noted down the कौन से लोग हैं, उनकी क्या प्रोफाइल्स हैं, एंड मैंने एक बंदे को लगाया ऑफिस में, मैंने रोज लिख लिया सारे ये रोल्स हैं, एंड देन आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग टॉकिंग टू पीपल कि एजुकेशन में किससे बात करनी है, वकील में किससे बात करनी है, जो फ्रेंड्स हैं सारे उनसे बात की कि क्या यू वुड लाइक टू नो फ्रॉम एआई, एंड with some conversation. That's the reason it was tough. So when I was saying my tough journey started because I did not have that much time, and that required a lot of time to write this book. So I started getting up early at 5 in the morning and start writing. Otherwise, you don't have time. So in the morning, I started 1 or 2 hours every day for months to write this book.
So I have another interesting question for you. So let's say there are 5 of us over here, and all 5 of us we give the same prompt to AI. What is the kind of result that we can expect in that case?
So AI is supposed to give you the different answer, different construct, maybe a similar answer because of many reasons. One, AI has a built-in capability to know your history and a past which you have done in the chat. So it knows. So if you start using ChatGPT, slowly it will know what kind of questions you are asking, who you are. It will try to drive at that point and build its own context, right? So for example, if when you hire an assistant, you don't sit down with him and give your whole interview of life. It will figure out what you like, what you don't like, how do you behave. Like that, AI assistant will also do that and then construct an answer. Yesterday, my wife was behind to do the teaching of the children from 9 years to 14 years. And we did a similar exercise, what you are saying. We asked which is the best school in Jaipur. Similar question, all the children. And everybody got a different answer. I would not say 25 students will get 25 answers, but they were all constructed differently. Somebody is saying JPIS is bad, somebody is saying somebody else is bad, somebody is saying something like that. And mostly children are studying and talking about it at school more. They will end up seeing more relevant results at school. So it is very important to understand that AI is assistant. It will try to also please you sometime, and it will also try to give you contextual answers when you are trying to look at it. If there is a definite answer, who is the Prime Minister of the country? It can't give you Narendra Modi somebody and Om Birla somebody, right? It can't be. It will have to give the definite answer. But if you are asking something which are not definitive, which could be answered, this is right or that is right. So AI assumes the answer. This is a little technical to understand. It has the biases in between, the weights in between, the attention mechanism in between, which works on the back end. They are all technical terms. That is how it tries to drive. There is no written fixed answer in AI. It constructs the answer all the time.
So, when you give an example of asking for a school, so thereby, does my past history of the conversation or any mention, that means it will create a bias somewhere within the system?
Within you only. That memory is not used by somebody else. This is only for you. So if you, let us say, in your session say you are a Bollywood actress, for example, or you are a politician, for example, and you tell it will assume it right. That you are that person. And if you ask to write a letter, it will try to write a letter on your behalf, assuming you are a politician, for example. This is how it will behave, but it will not be for me. If I will write up something about you, it will do the research and then do it. Yeah.
So when you write a prompt, I don't know how many of you are already using AI. It's like a lot of people have moved from Google to Chat GPT for asking questions. There has been just a shift. So, but as I said, asking the right question is important. So, like prompts, how should we go about them? Do I give one big comprehensive prompt, postulating everything? Or can I go in for like one-liners and then, keep refining it till I come down to the next one and the next one and the next one? What is a good way of going about utilizing AI in that?
So there is no simple answer to this, depending upon what we are trying to achieve at that time. So my prompts goes sometimes in 5-6 pages, and sometimes it goes in just one paragraph, or sometimes in one sentence. What you are looking for. So let us say I wanted to test myself on a personality SWOT analysis. So I wanted the AI to play a role of a psychologist and also a motivational person. And I defined those roles. I told what I am. I told what missing points I see in my life. And I want AI to figure out what are the missing points in my life which I don't realize. So it will have to ask questions from me. What you will do in this situation? Have you faced this situation? All that stuff. And that is how it works. Another example I created, and GPT I created actually, that is available publicly for mentoring startups. So I mentor a lot of startups. And lots of startups come to me which are very basic in their status right now. They have not yet started. I believe that AI is a very, very powerful tool for them to reach to a certain level. So I created a custom GPT and designed this with my prompt. Now I share the GPT with the startup and say he will mentor you first to a certain level. So my GPTs mentor the startups. Once it stops mentoring you and will tell you that now you can go to Dr. Gupta, the GPT will tell you. So you have got the basic similarities done. बेसिक आपको मार्केटिंग सिनेरियो पूछना है, आपको टीम के बारे में पूछना है, आपको फाइनेंस के बारे में पूछना है. These answers I need not to give. These answers are available. Lot of people just want to hear it from you. So my time is saved and startup is able to get the work done at their own and at their time, at their will, without meeting me, without dragging to me, all that stuff. So AI can actually play a very, very good role, and you can design little advanced stuff by writing the prompt. So the answer to prompt is you should be very concise, and I have actually given examples how to write the prompts. Role, context, objective, example, all those. इसमें शायद 194 या 195 इस पे कहीं पर लिखा हुआ है वो. So वो आपको मिल जाएंगे, and these samples are also given in that, and you can use those samples to write your prompt. That will be fantastic for you to get the right result.
When you said like you have devised a GPT for that particular startup, is it like creating a docket of questions? It's like a ready webinar for them?
So we all can create GPTs. Depend. We have to know how to create a prompt and feed in your knowledge. So once you feed in your knowledge, so it is important to collect your knowledge and feed it as a knowledge to the GPT and give the prompt at what level, what kind of questions should ask, and at what level it should go, and after that it should not do like that. Same thing I have done actually very interestingly for a prompt maker. After writing the book, I realized that no matter how much I have written, people still want a help to write the prompt. So I created a prompt maker GPT. I will share with you here, you can share with the audience. That GPT is also available. So you write your context, it will ask you the question to frame the right prompt. And then it can create the prompt for you.
Can you share one example of this one?
So like I told the example, create a marketing report. Right? Now, आपका दिमाग नहीं चल रहा है कि मेरे को आपको तो अपना बिजनेस पता है, लेकिन यही को थोड़ी पता है क्या बिजनेस है, कहाँ काम करता है, किस प्रोडक्ट में काम करता है, किस सर्विस में करता है. तो इट विल आस्क यू दोस क्वेश्चंस. क्या बजट है आपका, कितनी मार्केटिंग टीम है, सोशल मीडिया पे कौन सा करना है. लेट अस से फॉर एग्जांपल, अनदर एग्जांपल, हम सबकी नीड है जो बिजनेस करते हैं, राइट ए सोशल मीडिया प्लान फॉर मी. राइट, विच सोशल मीडिया, व्हाट डू यू डू, which service, how much budget do you have, do you want a paid work or not. So let it ask these questions and then create a right plan. Plan तो वो बिना उसके भी बना देगा, but it will not work for you. And then you will say it has given the not a plan which did not work. Right? We have to ask the right question, and his prompting is very important. So my prompt maker can also help. It is available on ChatGPT free. Everybody can use it.
All right. So, layman like me, what I understand from all of this is that you assign the GPT itself the role of asking you all of those questions first, and then you go ahead.
It's a very good technique. I am telling you the cheat code kind of thing with AI. That tell AI to ask clarification questions before actually producing the result. You can always end your prompt with the sentence, so that it can be very specific in solving your requirement.
Yeah. So all this while when you were working with AI, has there been any moment when you took a step back and thought, oh my God, this is amazing? Yeah. So any kind of aha moment while you were using AI?
Yeah. Many, as I'm sharing with you that application which requires 9 months now can be done in 5 days is a very scary thing for companies like us, where in my group around 5,000 people work, and in my IT company there are 2,232 people exactly works. Now imagine we have to get rid of some people, because obviously the work is not enough for them. They are sitting free. They don't have so much of work. The work which was supposed to be taken 3 months, which is now taking 3 months, 3 people, now 1 person 5 days. Now you have very scary moment. The designers, I am telling you, if somebody follows me on social media, I create my designs at my own of all AI. And you can create. If you are an art lover, you will be shocked what kind of designs you can create. And it is not just the famous chat GPTs and Geminis and Copilot. There are hundreds more AI very specific to the need you have. And there are for legal, for accounts, for finance, for research. Another example I can tell you, one person came to me, wanted a mentoring on how AI will impact HR in future. And he was trying to do a PhD. So, and he wanted to come to me to meet me next day. So, रात को कार में जाते वक्त I gave this task to an agent. So there is an agentic behavior also of AI. So you can give a task to an agent, and in 2-3 hours you can go back to that agent and ask the report. Basically like that. You can even shut down your computer and go. It's like that. So I gave the task to the agent. It created a 200 pages thesis for me researching the whole world. So next day he came. I had so many questions for that person. He will come back to me again. He's rethinking whether I should do the PhD or not. Because he thought only he knew. I was also not aware. But suddenly I am very intelligent because of the report I have in my hand. You can use it for medical regions. You have medicines at home. You want to know the side effect. रात को 2 बज रहा है, पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, देसी इलाज क्या कर सकते हैं? You can simply ask, what exercise should I do? What can I do? Take? It's an assistant for you all the time, basically, and it's a friend in need for you. So you can always ask any question without any fear. Always apply mind before applying things in your life.
Also, since you were saying that we can use it for very simple day-to-day things, could there be any trap also that we can fall into if we're just using it for about anything and everything? Is there a word of caution here?
So it is always advisable not to share the password, not to share the credit card details just randomly, not to share your personal pictures randomly. These issues will always remain. We should be very careful before sharing. Hence, it is very important to apply mind, as I am saying again and again. So do not just become slave to AI. AI is only an assistant. Do not move beyond that. Assistant की तरह से use करें. Assistant के ऊपर हमको उतनी डिपेंडेंसी चाहिए जितनी चाहिए. उसके beyond आपका दिमाग काम करना चाहिए. ये एक important aspect है.
But isn't there how do I say contradiction here? Here is AI which is giving us ready-made answers, and then here is us on the other side where we need to be so cautious about everything. With all the logical thought already taking a backseat because of the ready-made answers that we're getting, how does this contradiction
So our application of mind. You have the wardrobe and you chose to wear this dress today, right? Could AI help you in that? AI could help you give more options from your wardrobe to dress up in a certain way. That's the only help. But still the decision is yours. What do you want to wear? What do you want? आपने AI को फोटो खींचा कि मेरे पास ये सारी वेजिटेबल्स हैं. आज क्या बनाऊंगा? Right? Now you can simply, I can tell you, paneer butter masala bana lo, paneer karela bana lo, karela bhi hai, whatever. And still you have to apply your mind to, हाँ ठीक है तो ये वाला खाना है आज. तो AI नहीं बना रहा है आपके लिए. Future में वो AI भी बनाएगा when robots will come in your homes. वो आगे की बात है. लेकिन ultimately we are moving in that direction. So जो बड़े लोग कह रहे हैं, जो AI में हैं, जो millennials हैं, वो क्या कह रहे हैं कि ultimately we are moving in a world where we will have robots. The tasks which are in your mind, the AI cannot do, they will be done by robots because they will be synthetic human. So they will do everything. You have an assistant, AI, that will be agentic task, so it will do the task for you. Let us take an example, which is live right now while I'm talking to you. So if you want to travel US in January 2026, a family of 4 with 1 person on wheelchair, you can tell everything to the AI in your prompt. You can tell your budget. An agent can go online, research, take up your booking portal access, make my trip or booking.com. If you want to go that level, it can book, cancelable, and come back to you. That is very much possible. If you want just an itinerary where the wheelchairs are available, it will take care of everything. Which hotel will have a wheelchair access? Which hotel will have, if you are a pet, which hotel has a pet friendly access? Which flight will allow you to have cancelable tickets or hotel cancelable? All those things it will just automatically take care. So travel agent work can be given to an agent, like that to the teacher, like that to the chef, like that to almost every role we are trying to do ourselves. Same thing in a physical world. Already the barber robots have come. Do you know that? Imagine. The haircut is already being done by robot. So mundane work. And not complex works. So if you are, ultimately we want the work to be done. And we will have more time for leisure, for doing more evolvement. And I don't know how the humans will evolve. The way we have evolved in last 50 years, and I can see a lot of people have seen last 50 years. सर आपने फोन देखे हैं पूरे मोहल्ले में एक, पूरे घर में एक फोन, और बीएसएनएल के ऑपरेटर को भी सिफारिश लगानी पड़ती है to make a call done. Right? I have gone with my father to the BSNL operator on every Holi, every Diwali, every New Year as a gift. In last 20 years, we have seen them. It's evolved, and the phones are now not one. जितने फैमिली मेंबर है घर में उससे ज्यादा फोन्स हैं घर में. Same thing now we can also see. Forget about just talking. The evolvement has happened. So I think who could imagine 20 years before that we will have the time you will be able to see each other and talk, and that too free. This has happened in our life. Same thing with driverless cars. You will be shocked to hear AI has made this impact. Waymo is a company of Google in San Francisco. 10% taxi rides today, while I'm talking to you, are with driverless cars. 10% taxi rides. There is no driver, and you are hiring a taxi. It's already happening, right? Driverless vehicles is not very far. It's a matter of law in India, and we will have those vehicles already being tested in India by Indian companies. So it is very, we are evolving. Now the question is where the drivers will go. They have to evolve. There is no other choice. Drivers will become conductors. You have no other choice. So the key is, it is very important. I was in the US last month. My son got graduated, so me and my wife were there. My sister has a car. So she comes out of the home and presses something in his mobile. Garage khulta hai, car apne aap bahar aati hai. There is no driver. Gate opens, you enter the car. Say, okay, take me to Best Buy. That's all. The car takes you to Best Buy. You are not touching the steering. That's already happening in our life. And it is all AI and sensors. So it is very important to adopt to the changing world. It will happen. It is not something which we can stop. And it is happening. And my book is accidental book, as I said. I wrote it because I just got into that flow. But it is very important for everybody, and I'm glad to hear that you could understand this. So it proves that it is for everyone. You need not to be technical to understand this book. It is very important, and I think it's a humble effort to empower everybody's life through the prompt engineering and all of us?
Absolutely. I mean, just as Ajay mentioned, this book is, it is very simple language, very simple language, and
हम गाँव के हैं ना, आपको ज़्यादा अच्छी इंग्लिश आती नहीं है।
you're being so honest here, but you just mentioned, Ravi, that the future that we were talking about yesterday, it's already here today, right? So we're not left with much choice except for the fact that maybe just gear up, tighten our seatbelt and go for it. So if you were to, like if someone were totally new to AI and they have no, experience of how to go about writing a prompt, what would be your best advice? How can they go ahead and practice it? What would you suggest them? How they should, pick up their phone and go about it?
See, most of the AI services are free to start and very cost effective even if you want to pay $25 or $20 a month, which is not very expensive if you are talking about 2,500 rupees a month. It is not very expensive for having an assistant which can do almost everything, right? So it is, but let us talk about free right now. But the free AI you can start with Google's ZENITH, which is or ChatGPT or Copilot. These three apps are very highly recommended. You can use it, and you can just simply start talking to it for every task you want to do. If you start talking to it for your health, for your interesting subject, let us say you want to know the world news today. Entire world news today. How do you consume the news today? So we have to go to a particular website or a particular app and then look at the news. Jaipur ki, Bombay ki, US ki, jahan jahan pe bhi dekhni hai. Now you can schedule a task and all the GPTs which I have shared, all the AI, schedule a task, give me at 9 a.m. the world news covering New York, Bombay and Jaipur main news only. Automatically every day you will receive a notification and you can read those news. It is not very hard to do. Another thing you can do is reminders. Simple reminders, medicine reminders, walk reminders, meeting reminders. You can just tell the AI to remind you. It will come a message. My favorite is Perplexity and in WhatsApp. I can share a number with you just now. You all can save it. That is a very interesting thing to add in your WhatsApp. It's a contact in WhatsApp, and it can also give you about the stocks. So it is specialized in finance decisions. So you can ask कि Reliance का शेयर इतना डाउन क्यों गया है, ये वाला शेयर में कब खरीदने की आपकी एडवाइस है. So you can ask all those things and you can schedule the task. ये 500 रुपए का आ जाए मुझे बता देना. It will keep monitoring that and it will tell you something like that. So it's a small tasks you can do which are unbelievable. Try to do that. It might not do for you at that time. It is so weird. Most probably it will do. But let us try. Let us become friends with it. The key is here. Become friendly. I think it will be very interesting for all of you. Some people may find it very technologically challenging to type. Lot of people may find. उनके लिए voice भी है, right? So you can talk in your own language, and it's a very interesting way to talk for finding information. खास तौर पर बात करके आप टास्क वगैरह नहीं कर पाएंगे, लेकिन इंफॉर्मेशन ले पाएंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम होली क्यों मनाते हैं? फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू हैव टू टेल समबडी व्हाई डू वी सेलिब्रेट एकादशी टुमारो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाई, हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस कैन टेल टू आवर चिल्ड्रन एग्जैक्टली? है कोई बताना? एकादशी इस वीक में क्यों मनाता है पर्टिकुलर? Exactly, we can find, and AI can tell by just asking the voice. हम बात पूछ सकते हैं, ये परसों एकादशी आ रही है, इसका क्या महत्व है हमारी लाइफ में, हम क्यों मना रहे हैं? क्या करना चाहिए, दिवाली मना रहे हैं, क्यों मना रहे हैं, something like that. So all those things are very, you become curious to talk and it's a very fantastic thing. And अच्छी बात ये है कि आप अकेले हो तो आपका फ्रेंड है, बात कर सकते हो आप उससे आराम से, verbally you can talk almost anything. And ग्रॉक में तो और अच्छी चीज है, इंटरेस्टिंग चीज है, वो भी फ्री है, अगेन ग्रॉक भी एक्स्ट्रा है ट्विटर वालों का, तो उसमें यू कैन गिव, उसमें रोल्स हैं ऑलरेडी, असिस्टेंट, थेरेपिस्ट, मेडिटेटिव, रोमांटिक, argumentative. So you want AI to have an argument with you. If you are missing the argument in your life, you can have AI. It can have an argument with you. It can be romantic with you. If you are getting a romance in life, it will talk to you in a romantic way. So ये सब भी इसके funny use भी हैं. So I think it is very important to basically become friend with it and try out yourself.
Fantastic. That was such an interesting answer. Thank you so much for that. I guess.
Open to Q&A questions.
Yes. So anyone from the audience, if you have any questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Please identify yourself and ask.
I'm Senator Singh. You've given a very profound and elaborate description of how AI can be used. You've wonderfully given us quite a eyesight on.
हेलो, आप ठीक हो? नहीं है।
Hello. Take this.
हेलो,
You've given us a wonderful and a very profound description of how AI can be used by positive people. But world is not made of only positives. There are a lot of negative implications also. And AI is said to be used for malicious intentions also. So how do you really react to the other darker side where this AI can become our master rather than we mastering it in the near future?
Ma'am, this is a different section altogether, but I can tell you my tip to everyone. I share my wisdom around that with three points only. AI or any other thing will not damage you if you are not greedy, you are not fearful, and you are not doing anything wrong. Let us take an example. AI can, let us say, do a deep fake and your family member can make a call to you. Right? What will be the intent of the AI person? To extort money from you. There is no other purpose. That's the damage which can happen with all of us. And it can extort money only in these three cases. One, make you greedy for something. Oh, you have won a lottery. $1 lakh you have won. Your parcel is lying here. Deposit $1,000 and I am coming the parcel with you. If you fall in trap of that, you will fall in trap of it. Fear. Your children is studying outside. I am telling you, I received a call. On the day my child was going to US, your child is held at airport. वो तो फ्लाइट में बैठ चुका है, वो बात भी नहीं हो सकती है. मैंने कहा रख लो उसको यार, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, और मैं वैसे भी परेशान हूँ. Never call me again. We need not to fall in fear. If you have not done anything wrong, why to fall in fear? And fear will not go away on a phone call. You have your mechanism. We all have a support mechanism in our life. If you found any merit in that, talk to them, involve everybody, talk to law and order agencies, you will not have a problem. Third, we should be aware that we ourselves are not doing something wrong. अगर 3 चीजों से आपका बचाव है ना, तो मुझे लगता है 99% प्रॉब्लम यू विल नॉट सॉल्व. उसके अलावा वी कैन बिकम पार्ट ऑफ द अटैक, जो कहीं पर टेररिस्ट अटैक हो गया है, एआई से कोई बॉम्ब कर गया है, कोई ड्रोन आ गया है, उसका आप किसी को कुछ नहीं कर सकते. लाइक एक्सीडेंट से कोई मार देगा, वो कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये सोसाइटी के अंदर रहने वाला है. एंड आई हैव दिस वेरी सिंपल एग्जांपल. घर में सबके किचन में चाकू होता है खाली सब्जी के काटने के लिए आ सकता है. इट कैन बी यूज्ड इन मेनी वेज. सबके घर में होता है. पंखा भी सबके घर में होता है. खाली हवा के काम तो नहीं आता है. तो वी हैव टू जस्ट प्रोटेक्ट. डेंजर हर जगह है. We have to protect ourselves with these three things. And I think the life is pretty much solved for all of us. Law has to follow. I am afraid of that. To answer a little further, AI, whether it is AI, driverless tech, that Uber came in India. Where is the law? Law came 2 years later. You are using WhatsApp. Where is the law to record that call? Tell me, Airtel is supposed to monitor all the calls, log the calls, do KYC. What WhatsApp is doing for your number? What FaceTime is doing for your number? It is being used by terrorists. Law can't do anything. Not able to do anything. And there are many things like that. Dark net. So that's the reason I said it's a completely different topic. I can talk for hours on this. This is a very large subject. My experience is innovation happens, services come, government follows in few years, and law catches up after 2 years. That's the way it is right now. While we are talking, some innovation is happening already, but law can't be made like that. It will be like that. So we have to just speed up. Officers like you can guide and say, okay, don't take 2 years, wake up early. Now we are not 50-year-old. Wake up early and make some policy, some guidelines, some law. The moment you see a technology entering into the country, maybe in 1 month, maybe in 2 months, rather than 2 years. I think this is the future we will see.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
That was a very enlightening session.
Gina.
My question to you is that ChatGPT AI. Now AI is overruling prompts. आप उसको कुछ बताते हो, they are developing their own intelligence. It is artificial intelligence. तो वो overrule करते हैं, वो override कर जाते हैं, जो आप कह रहे हो उससे अधिक कर जाते हैं. And at times it is getting dangerous. Second thing, ChatGPT, the young generation is relying on ChatGPT to nurse a heart rate. They ask questions. Instead of talking to a friend, they are talking to ChatGPT. They say that we don't need. So, don't you think the human interaction is going haywire? People, you are saying that सब जगह है ऐसा कि आपको अपना mind use करना है. I have people coming to me writing like I just lost my mother. So I got a message, a condolence message that had ये लिखा और this. That person had copied the message on ChatGPT and sent to me. उनको realizing हुआ कि बीच में और लिखा हुआ है. वो 2 messages हैं. मेरे को पता चल गया वो ChatGPT से है. I get people who are applying for a job, and the whole thing that is written is from ChatGPT. So don't you think humans are now not using their brains? They are becoming lazy, and there is no human interaction as such, just because of things like AI and ChatGPT, because the self-reliant instinct of human beings is going for a toss.
It's a nice question, and I fully appreciate as parent, as mother, as teacher to think like that. So actually, let us take a step back. We all of us are wired in a certain way. So let us take an example. Today, when you came out of the house, which leg you put out of the car first? Right or left? You don't know. Which shoe you wear? Right or left? You don't know. But अगर हम खाना खाते हैं तो वो हाथ मुंह में क्यों जाता है, नाक में कान में क्यों नहीं जाता? क्या होता है? Our neurons are designed in certain way. Our knowledge is designed in certain way that we like certain things, we don't like certain things, we like certain perfume, we don't like certain perfume, we don't like certain atmosphere, we don't like certain persons. This is the way we are designed, we are wired. The world is not that anymore. World is getting wired differently. Our duty is to make children curious and tell them how to remain curious and use AI to help them by not getting rid of friends. That is our duty, and that is where our role comes into play. Ultimately, without AI, he has many places to not to meet with friends, Netflix, video games, chat, social media. There are 1,000 more things already, which can keep him away from friends. And this is already happening. I was hearing last 10 years this complaint only. बच्चे स्क्रीन नहीं छोड़ते हैं, बच्चे गेम से स्क्रीन नहीं छोड़ते हैं, यही कंप्लेंट थी. अब ये AI पे शिफ्ट हो रही है धीरे धीरे. The key here is we need not to. I have been always advocating that. Don't worry about kid using screen. Worry about what he is using screen for. You cannot let the screen go. You can't put your child go to the rural village. Send your children to a village. He will not find any screen. But you are not interested. You will not go because we have to make our child fight with the bird. You and me will not be there with him when he is walking on the road and fighting with the corporate world. When he is doing the job, you don't want your child to be absolutely dumb and taking 3 days with somebody doing it 3 minutes. We don't want to produce our children like that. We have to prepare our children for the world. And hence we have to use this technology. So this is one answer. Secondly, we have to, when they are not able to apply mind, we have to ensure that they are not able to lose family values, friendly connection, emotional connect, love and kindness which we are able to offer. And guide them how to use AI to their interest. Be curious. Don't become slave to it. I always tell that. Children, we are not able to give time to and to the subject. They may follow a different path, but I have seen eventually everybody comes back. मेरे को कोई बच्चा नहीं मिलता है कॉलेज के बाद जो आज भी गेम खेल रहा है दिन भर. वो धीरे धीरे सब आ जाते हैं वहाँ पर. उनको समझ में आ जाता है कि नौकरी तो करनी है, जॉब तो करना ही है और पैसे तो कमाने ही है. वो धीरे धीरे समझ में आता है. It's a matter of year or two. So I think the key here is to empower our children with right technologies. I always believe so. I am of that proponent. And guide them the right usage. अगर आप बच्चे के साथ बैठ करके उसको बता देंगे कि तुमको इस तरह से curious रहना है, you can learn the space tech sitting at your home right now, rather than going out of home and waiting for the sir to teach you tomorrow. You can solve the equation today. How far is, let a simple example I am telling you, और हम सब के लिए ये total energy of the world consumed by human, including machines. Total energy. How much energy is equal to the sun produces in how many minutes? 24 घंटे में जो human consume करता है energy with machines, cars and everything. How much time sun takes to produce this energy? If you have this curiosity, give this question to the son, to the child, and let him find the answer. Like that, you can give 100 questions every day and make him curious and make him more intelligent. I think this is the way to way forward. Not to make him away from AI for sure. It will not help him. Yes, sir.
I am trying to follow up question on where do you
Yes.
see the future of education?
From future of
Education, like school, college, and our students, teachers, universities. Where are we headed?
थोड़ा controversial answer है मेरा. Yeah. So it is not a fully prepared answer. I am not fully sure it will happen or not. But मेरा tilt है कैसा होगा. In 2040, we will not have any school for education. We will have schools for skilling, for fellowship, for art, for culture. We will have those schools, but nobody will teach, let us say, bio, science, physics. There will be super robots which will be teaching, and children will learn at their own. And they will different courses, different certifications different things. We will have an evolved world. We will have a very different kind of world. So I always say, welcome to the new world. We are entering into a completely new world because of this. Suddenly, the entire PhDs of the world, entire knowledge of the world, entire research of the world has come in your phone. Everything. And now the machines, the robots, which are synthetic human, will be walking in schools. They will be, one robot will be taking 20 classes, right? And उसको robot को बोलेंगे जयश्री का नाम लेंगे, hey जयश्री, can you teach maths? Next, hey जयश्री, can you teach English? Class 10, section B. कैमरे लगे हुए हैं, सबकी अटेंडेंस हो जाएगी, सबको वो उसको लेक्चर फीड है, वीडियो दिखा रही है, काम खत्म हो जाएगा. So and वो करने के लिए घर में $1,000 में $2,000 में रोबोट घर में आ जाएगा, तो रोबोट पढ़ाने लग जाएगा, वही काम करने लग जाएगा. तो ये फ्यूचर है. Somebody has said, this is not my word, but somebody has said in 2050, which is 25 years, which is not very far from here. Before that it can happen, according to me, because I believe on this statement. We will have more robots on earth than automobile in this world. Imagine. It means you will have a robot at home. We all will have a robot at home doing some function, whether it is cleaning or driving or teaching or Pandit ji jo puja karte hain, whatever it is, some robot will be there who will do the human task, and that is what the world we are entering in.
Can we have last two questions, please? He is available during tea for further discussion.
Yeah.
Last two questions.
I'm Colonel Sudhir Shah.
Yes.
As we can see from the discussion and everything, you have seen that most of the people are scared of AI. Discussion is always about, we are scared to the extent that people are losing job and ChatGPT can write books on any topic. But the best thing is that I want to congratulate you for that you have explained it as an entrepreneur, as a practical person, how to use AI. Because what we are scared of is our privacy. When we use AI, we feel all the world is fake around us, because you can create anything. But when we see it practically, the way you are seeing it, I think our outlook towards this changes. And I congratulate you for that. And I really wish that India has lost out on a lot of business because of these kind of things, maybe on mobile or other things, when we started saying that it should not be done, why are we doing this? And as an entrepreneur, I think you will be doing very well in this. And I want India to be world leader in AI. So my question as an Indian again is that when you will go full time into this, what will be your basically ethics or responsibilities?
What will be?
What will be the ethics or responsibilities you will keep in your mind when you are taking it as a business?
Yeah, perfect. So I am a big proponent of ethical practices, and I in fact wrote a letter to the Honorable Prime Minister 2 years before. Not now. 2 years before, I wrote a letter to the Honorable Prime Minister to construct a committee for responsible AI. And we have to, and to answer Saida ma'am, I was trying to give something to government that maybe one time we can think before AI enters into everybody's life and create a policy before. I was trying to give that idea to our Honorable Prime Minister, and I am sure that this sector also aided a bit of the idea which government is now with AI ready. 1 lakh crore rupees research development fund was created last month. If you see 1 lakh crore research fund, and majority of fund will go on AI and LLMs and chips making. And the key ethical work is, I think, मेरा स्टेटमेंट बहुत सिंपल है. मेरा टेक सिंपल है कि सोसाइटी में नेगेटिव लोग हमेशा रहे हैं, भगवान के जमाने में भी रहे हैं और हमारे जमाने में भी रहेंगे. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि अगर हम सही हैं और हमारे आसपास के 4-5 घर सही कर लें, our responsibility is over. If we think like that, all of us, then we have a better place to live. There will be always the negative people there. हम कमेंट कर सकते हैं कि मैं किसी की इमेज नहीं बनाऊंगा डीप फेक, मैं किसी की आवाज क्लोन नहीं करूंगा, मैं खुद की भी आवाज क्लोन नहीं करता हूँ, दूसरे की तो बात ही नहीं है, दूसरे की फोटो नहीं लगाऊंगा, ये I can decide. I will not create a fake narrative to this. I will not write this book by telling AI agent to read it. This ethical practices, it is up to you to follow. कोई पकड़ के नहीं सकता इन चीजों को, बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा धीरे धीरे पकड़ने के लिए। हम सब लोग ये फॉलो करें तो आई थिंक अच्छा होगा। अगर आपको कोई चीज अनएथिकल दिखती है तो हम किस चीज से बच जाते हैं जहां पर हमारी गलती है, वो लगती है कि हम उसको होने देते हैं, एंड देन वी बिकम पार्ट ऑफ दिस क्राइम अकॉर्डिंग टू। आपका दोस्त कर रहा होता है, भाई कर रहा होता है, बेटा कर रहा होता है, मिलने जुलने वाला कर रहा होता है, वी डोंट रेज देन डोंट डू इट। And I think this is the responsibility we all should have to tell, catch hold of the person, talk to the commissioner, talk to somebody, stop it. Tell, हमारी ड्यूटी पूरी करें. I think we will have a better world. And this साइड में चलता रहेगा, उनको भी साइड बिजनेस चाहिए थोड़ा अनएथिकल करने का, वो करते रहते हैं. I think 99% people in the world are not non-ethical. They want to follow law. That's the reason this world works. 99% of the world is like only 1% people are different. And this 1% unfortunately is a very large number. So this is how it impacts our societies. Otherwise अगर 1% से ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो आपको फंसने की जगह भी नहीं है लोगों को, इतनी जेलें भी नहीं है, इतनी पुलिस भी नहीं है, इतना लॉ भी नहीं है। तो I think we need not to worry too much about it. We just take care of our children well कि भाई ethical follow करना है, मैं नहीं बचाऊंगा, इतना भी बता देंगे तो बहुत। I am telling you my own example. My son wanted a car. My wife is sitting in front of me. Nobody has seen it. He wanted to drive a car. All the friends were driving at 17 years of age. All of them. You cannot drive before 18. And without getting a driving license. पहले अपना लर्नर लाइसेंस लो. I will not go to jail. Take the license, own your responsibility, follow law, and then do whatever you like. If you do wrong thing, you will have to follow the law. I will not do. If we start practice this same thing with everything, बच्चे का अकाउंट बना देते हैं हम, खुद पेरेंट हम पता है बच्चे का इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट बना दो, उसका बनता ही नहीं है, खुद की एक बार डाल दो, उसको बच्चे को बना दिया, तो we are doing wrong things at our own. So I think it is very important to follow the rules and ensure all the practices within our homes. There, we will have better society in future.
Such a wonderful answer. Can we have the last? Any more questions?
We can. I think we're running short of time.
Yeah, chai pite hain.
Chai के time. Mr. Ajay Data is here during the tea. Please feel free to discuss with him and connect this book. This book is available on Amazon, very easy to read, as Aashima told us. Please do get a copy of it. अभी मैं सिर्फ 2 मिनट लूँगा अभी के वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के लिए, पर अभी अजय डाटा जी ने मेरे से पूछा कि आप ग्रोक के बारे में जानते हैं, तो मेरे साथ किसी ने ग्रोक का शेयर किया 55 पेजेस, पूरी स्पार्क की हिस्ट्री निकाल दी उन्होंने, और उस स्पार्क में उन्होंने भेजा। मैं अगर शायद मिल गया तो मैं अभी 2 मिनट पढ़ के भी सुनाता हूँ। छोटा सा एक पैरा है, उसमें वो ग्रोक से पूछ रहा है कि जगदीप सिंह काम लेने में इजीली मानते नहीं है, तो उसको कैसे बनाया जाए, और उनकी फीस बहुत हाई है। तो वो बोला कि पता नहीं क्या तरीका होगा। देन ही सेड, अगर मैं उनको अच्छी प्रीमियम विस्की पिलाऊं तो मान सकते हैं क्या? तो ग्रोक ने रिप्लाई किया, अब मैं तो एआई हूँ, मैं तो उनके पास विस्की लेके नहीं जा सकता, पर आइडिया बुरा नहीं है। और ग्रोक को ये भी मालूम है मैं कौन से इवेंट्स में हूँ, बोला ग्रुप उनको एडवाइस कर रहा है, आप ऐसा करो कि जेएलएफ के शाम को किसी उनको अलग से ले जाओ और अच्छी विस्की पिलाओ, और ये कहना कि आप, मैं और ग्रुप कोलैबोरेट करके काम करेंगे। तो फिर वो पूछ रहा है उनसे, उससे काम हो जाएगा? भाई बोला कि हो भी सकता है, पर लोग जयपुर में ये भी कहते हैं कि जगदीप सिंह बहुत खड़ूस है। एंड फाइनली इसे अगर ये भी काम नहीं करा तो मैं क्या करूं? तो बोला फिर एक आप जर्नलिस्ट को पकड़ना जो जगदीप सिंह के लिए एक अच्छा सा फीचर लिखे जिसमें लिखा होगा राजस्थान के पीआर किंग से कुछ बातें हेडिंग। बोला वो पढ़ के शायद वो फैक्ट्री हो जाएगी तो वो मान जाएंगे। दिस व्हाट ग्रुप इज। Thank you very much. Firstly, we took a 2 months break during the summer we normally do, and we are reviving the book stations again. And I would like to thank all of you to be here on a Sunday evening. Ajay ji and Aashima, what a fascinating discussion. It would go on for another hour. I would also, one second. It goes without saying, as Ajay ji has already thanked, we are very grateful to the management of the Ashok Club and the royal family of Jaipur who allow us to hold these book sessions here every month. You guys will be very pleased to know that Prabha Ketan Foundation from this time onwards has also joined us. The idea of having Mr. Ajay Data, we are going to promote. A lot of Jaipurites are writing books. We would like to promote local authors, Rajasthan authors. We received some wonderful poetry anthologies written by people from Jaipur. So you'll be seeing some Rajasthan-based authors, who are writing. But another one session that we have in our mind is this is 250th anniversary of the famous writer Jane Austen. We are also planning a panel discussion on Jane Austen, maybe in another couple of months. We are working on it. So we have some exciting things for you. We keep things very simple here. We just have tea and cookies. Please have a cup of tea and go, and feel free to interact with all. Thank you very much.